to Learn Guitar Tunes. Thank you again for tuning in. Today's lesson is an Ed Sheeran song, another Ed Sheeran song. It's his latest single called Small Bump. I'm going to show two versions of it. They're pretty much identical, but there's something going on in each one. So the first version is more for the ultimate beginner. Somebody who's just starting out chords, is happy with a little bit of a strum. But I'm going to teach some really cool little tricks, okay? Some nice tricks there for you to learn, and it's really fundamental, really important to learn these little hammer-ons and pull-offs as early as you can. And for those of you who are slightly more intermediate, I'll go through another very exactly the same, pretty much similar set of chords, but there's a few changes. Okay, so a quick recap on the intermediate side of the lesson that I'll be teaching. There's a really nice little slide that comes in on that main verse riff. Check this out. Pretty cool, isn't it? So I'm going to be going through that as well. So there are kind of little versions I'm going to be doing, little slides, and some little hammers, and some other little bits. It's going to be a really great lesson. So let's get on with the lesson. It's Ed Sheeran's Small Bump. Okay, so for this video, Small Bump by Ed Sheeran, what we want to do first of all is let's go through the chords on the verse, okay? So the first chord we're going to come across is an E minor. But, there's a but here. The E minor I'm playing, I also have my pinky on the 3rd fret of the E and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B. So you're bringing in a slightly more high pitch. Okay, so that's the first chord. Okay, the next chord is a B minor, but I'm not playing a full B minor. I'm playing it like this. And I'm concentrating on the two strings, the A and the D. I then keep my index finger there on the A of that 2nd fret and just bring my ring finger over to the D of the 4th fret. Now this transition between the E minor and that kind of B minor shape or note is quite a fast transition. So it's 1, 2, 1, and then on to the next chord, which is a C additional 9. C additional 9 is like a C, but what you're doing is you're now using your index finger for the D of the 2nd fret, okay, middle finger, 3rd fret of the A. So you're bringing in, like the E minor, the E and the B of the 3rd fret again with pinky and ring finger. So again you're in that kind of shape there, similar to the E minor, which is the first chord. And there's that 3rd chord, C additional 9. Okay, I'll go through the hammers and stuff in a minute with you all, okay? And then after that C additional 9, we remain in that shape if you can, and we do a G, again with the pinky and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the the E, 3rd fret of the E and the B. So they're your chords. So. 2, 3, 4. There is a little slide, as you saw, and I'll go through that in a minute. So, for the slightly simple version, or simpler version, this is more for the beginner, you can do it without that B minor shape if you wish to do so. So instead, you go straight to a C additional 9 after the E minor. So you'd go like this. You're just a small bump I'm born, C additional 9, G. Okay, so you're just a small bump unborn, 4 months and brought to life. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and what I want to teach you is the step. The next chord after the G is for the ultimate beginners. You just lift your middle finger off the 3rd fret, place your index finger on the 2nd fret. So you're doing like a transition step. E minor, da da, C additional 9, G, 2, 3, 4. That's the easiest version of playing this song if you're a complete and utter beginner. Okay, for the person who, or novice who wants to try a little bit more of a daring thing, without having to do a bar chord, you can bring in that B minor. So let's go through that quick chord transition. You're just a small bump, that's when that B minor comes in, okay? So, index finger A, 2nd fret, and the ring finger on the D of the 4th fret. Okay, it doesn't matter if you bring in open notes on that, but try and hit the A and the D anyway, obviously. You're just a small bump unborn, 4 months. And then to that C additional 9 straight away. Then brought you to life, and that C additional 9's brought you, and G to life. 2, 3, 4. Exactly the same step. So that's for those who find the first version I just showed you too easy. You could try this one. The last version I'm going to show you, which is a slightly more difficult version, is exactly the same as that, but instead of the step, we're going to be doing a slide. Like that. So let's go through that. So the slide is a really nice slide. So you're in the G shape, obviously, so you've got to get into that slide shape. And already, because you're playing your G with your pinky and ring finger on the B and the B and the E of the 3rd fret, you just simply lift your index finger and your middle finger off, lift your pinky, remain the ring finger, 3rd fret of the B, and then simply place whatever you feel more comfortable, either your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, or your index finger on the 2nd fret of the G, whatever you feel is more comfortable for you, and then just strum those two together, the G and the B, slide down. So this time you're sliding down to what is obviously our 4th fret, because of the capo, so our 4th fret, okay, and again our index finger naturally comes down, middle finger or your index finger, 4th fret, and then the B string is on the 5th fret, and then back again. So it's G, 2, G, 2, and then you're in that same position again, like that. Place pinky down into E minor. Same position. And if you want to try the slide without having to do that rather annoying B minor chord after the E minor, you can just simply skip that out if you wanted to do so. It still sounds nice, and that way you're remaining your fingers in this position at all time, and you can bring in that slide as well. So here's the E minor, 1, 2, straight into C additional 9, 3, 4, and G, 2, slide, slide, 1, So I'm going to quickly show you the hammers that I'm doing that make this sound really pretty. Okay, and you kind of have to use your fingers if you want to. So I'm kind of picking my thumb here, doing the bassy notes of the E, the A and the D, and I'm bringing up my index and my middle finger to kind of hit the B at all times, the B. And this is what I'm doing, I'm hammering. Okay, so this is what I'm doing, E minor. I'm making sure I'm hitting the bassy notes of the E minor, alright, so. And then cutting out, so bass. And then I lift my ring finger off that B and hammer. Open note, hammer. And cut it out again. So watch. Then the B minor, and then the C additional 9. G, and again on the G. We'll come back to that in a minute. So let's focus on the E minor. So we're hammering. C additional 9, and when you do this, I lift index finger, so I'm not playing my index finger. So I play it like this. Then I hammer the index finger down on the D. So strumming from the A string. Okay, don't rush your hammers. So let's combine E minor, the B minor, and the C additional 9 together. And then again. Now, if you find the B minor a bit of a struggle, okay, you can keep yourself in this position here with the kind of C additional 9 shape, that additional 9 shape there. So just cutting out the B minor, this is what I do. Straight into C additional 9 with the index finger down, cut out, index finger up, then the hammer, G. Let's try and get the rhythm timing spot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. This time without the B minor. 1, 2, 3, lift, 4, G, 2, sorry, G, 2. You see how I missed that? I just completely forgot. But again, you know, if you forget, it doesn't matter. You can just play the G. G, 2, 3, 4. You could do that one. So mix it up if you like. Okay, so now on for the chorus. Starts off with A minor. Goes onto a C. Then onto a G. And then it's back to A minor again. It's a C again, ends on a D. Hold you tightly, give you nothing but the truth. If you're not inside me, I'm the future in